Yeah. They mad. They mad. They mad. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? We need to do some research on our history, what our forefathers and ancestors did. You know, the inequalities that the African American races went through over the last, what, 300 years? You know, what's going on now is not new to us. We're very familiar with it. We've been through it a lot. Our fathers, mothers, mothers. They all been through what's going on right now, and it's we've learned to be very strategic, you know, because we know all about betrayal. You know, we betray our own, so we're very familiar with betrayal. You know, and if you look back in history, you look at like the Underground Railroad, for example. You know, Harriet Tubman. You know, she wasn't no sweet woman. You know, she was ruthless. You know, she didn't trust everybody. There was some blacks that, you know, they were snakes, and she had to discern the difference between who's a friend and who's a foe. She didn't take everybody. You know, she had to trust them. So, you know, if you want to know, like, here's something about black people. We'll tell you no in your face and may help you later, but not gonna just, you know, say, oh yeah, we want to help anybody, because we don't trust everybody. We don't really have anybody but to trust but ourselves and God, you know. So just because some people, whatever race or creed or religion, come on and try to say, oh y'all weak for not standing up for the cause. No, first of all, nobody stood up for our cause. We had to do that alone. Am I? So watch this. There were other cultures and races that helped us through but you didn't hear about them. They kept it kind of in the back because if the masses found out that they were helping us, then they would get persecuted. So they had to be secretive about it. That's strategic. That's not being weak or soft or anything. That's just being smart about the situation. You know, in any type of situation, you got to be smart about it. If you want to protest, if you want to wake up or revolution or anything, regardless on what you do in life, you got to be smart about it. You can't just jump out there without any thought plan or, you know, any type of you know, you got the what's the outcome? What are we really trying to do here? You know, are we really trying to um, unify everybody as Americans? You know, there's still issues that within America itself that there's barriers. You know, there's barriers within the black community. There's different groups of blacks. You know, so a person can't just get mad at all the blacks and say y'all need to do something, because for one, within just the black community, using black for lack of a better term, because if you really want to go diving deep in it, we're not black, right? Let's start there. We're really not black people. You know, we're to say politically correct, we're African Americans. We're native to the Americas. Our mother, her mother, here. We didn't land on the rock. The rock landed on us, type shit. We were already, you know, what I'm saying is there's different blacks. There's civilized blacks. There's ignorant blacks. There's happy blacks. There's mad blacks. There's good blacks. There's evil blacks. There's all different types. Just like there's different type of cultures around the world. Everybody does things differently. You got suburbia. Their mindset is one way. You got the block. Their mindset is one way. So for someone to come on any type of platform and speak publicly on blacks and say all blacks, you need to reevaluate your knowledge on black people because we're all different. We think differently. Not all of us are niggas. Let's start there. Not all of us are niggas. Regardless of the lifestyle that we lived in, some of us may have been raised up in the hood, and when we got older, we say, you know what, that was childish what we did back then. I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to be a nigga no more. I want to be an American because that's what we really are. We're not Africans. Let's talk about it. We are not welcomed in Africa like that. Let's talk about it. The Africans look at us black Americans differently. They don't look at us as the same. We have different agendas. I understand why they don't look at us the same. 'Cause I don't look at them as I look at them the same as a human being. But as far as nationality and principles and the cause, it is not the same. African Americans' agenda is not the same as as most African agenda over there. Our mindset is not the same. You know, whether we've been colonized or not, it has that whole has nothing to do with what's right and what's wrong. You know, I've been colonized. You know, but that doesn't deter or change what how I see my land, my home, how different people around. I'm gonna treat each individual accordingly. I'm not gonna look at a white person and say, oh, what they did in the past. Yeah, man, fuck them. Nah, I look at each individual. Pay attention and see what their motives are. It's called discernment. And everybody that believes in God and have God consciousness or a soul, they would know that. You know, you have discernment. You know, if you lack consciousness, if you lack a soul, mm, nothing matters to you for real. And that's why you hear some of the things that you be hearing. You know, just something else about black people that most black people are not going to tell you is that we're not black. My hair is not even black. If you pay attention to it closely, it's not even black. It's black. You want me to wake up, so I'm gonna show you something. Black in the color spectrum is the lack of color, right? So the opposite of black is white. And I'm talking specifically color right now. I'm not talking about a race. Because again, we are African Americans. We are Native Americans. Yeah, we're Native Americans, meaning we're native to this land. It's not saying that we're Indian. It's not saying that we're Hispanic. We are native to the Americas. We are Native American. We're not Indians. The Pakistanians, all of them, they are Indians. We are Native Americans. The only reason that they were coined as Indians or we were coined as Indians is because whoever the hell that came over here and saw us, they thought they landed in India. They didn't even know about the Americans. So that's why they started calling us Indians, but we're not Indians. Indians are from India. We are Native Americans, African American because we're descendants of Africa, not because we're from Africa, not because we grew up in Africa. We are African descent. So we're African Americans to be a political term. Nationality, U.S. citizen. The biggest misconception, and if anybody's paying attention and listening and have an open mind, they're going to realize something, that black people is not us. It is a condition. Not all African Americans are black. Not all African Americans are black. Not all European Americans are white. There are some white African Americans. Oh, what does he mean by white African Americans? Does that mean he's colonized? No. Does that mean that he likes the suburban ways of the white man? No. Just keep in mind, to be black, as far as the spectrum, because we're talking about color, and the only reason color exists is because of wavelengths. And so being black means a lack of color. So there's no wavelengths, there's no soul. The soulless man, the black man, the man without a soul, the man without a conscience. The white man being a man with conscience because he's full of color. He has all of the colors in the spectrum of the rainbow. But then when we talk about rainbows, the first thing we want to talk about is the LGBTQ community. When the rainbow, the spectrum, let's take the title away, the spectrum, the full spectrum of color resides in us. But then the second someone talks about a rainbow, somebody wants to say, oh, they must be talking about us. Yay. Has nothing to do with you for taking shit so personal. Second, somebody wants to stand up for a cause and rebel. There goes the rainbow. Has nothing to do with that. So, black people, the lack of color, the consciouslessness. I'm not black. I'm an American. So, if you wanted to try to reconcile, because I don't think it's hopeless, because we hold the key. The meek shall inherit the world. We are the meek. We're not the conquerors. We're the meek. Us Americans is that meek. We were peaceful people. Nobody wants to talk about it. We were peaceful people. We weren't in conflict. Is that saying that we didn't know how to fight? No, but we were a peaceful people. The Windsor. That's probably about 10,000 years before your time. But yeah, we were peaceful people. We weren't conquerors. We weren't, no, that's a part of history that was erased. We were peaceful people. That's how we were easily taken advantage of because, in a sense, we were gullible. You know, we we weren't used to betrayal and conflict because we had everything we need. We were like in our own space. Nobody knew about us. Nobody knew that we existed. It was peaceful until people came in and started abusing us and abusing us and abusing us, constantly being abused. Now we forgot, who we are. So If the Spanish community wants to hear us, they really want to know, you all have to dissolve the racial or prejudice, not racial, the prejudice inequalities within yourselves. Because in the Spanish countries, the Latin Americas, Central America, South America, everybody's not treated equally. It's a fact. It's, we have internet now. We can see it. Hello, we're in 2025. We're at the end times, finally, where everything is being revealed. Can't hide shit no more. So we see the racial inequalities. You know, I I know about the blacks in Puerto Vario. It's a whole nother subject. In order to hear us and to say officially acknowledge the fact that, hey, we're brothers for real, you all have to decolonize yourself and realize that the way Spain is in Europe, it's the mindset. It's not saying that they're not. When we say the Spanish are white people, we're not saying that you are white. You are melanated just like us, but your mindset is colonized. Really, no different than us in America. Let that go. You, you it's crazy. You can see the man, you can see the drama and the bullshit behind all of this. It's not right. It's wrong. And people are trying to get us to do what we've been doing for years. The Civil War, they wanted us to fight. All the wars, they wanted us to fight. The Philippines been fighting with the Africans for centuries. Google it. It's, they have in their history books how they portray us. How do I know that? It's in the Philippine history books. They've been fighting the Africans for centuries, so they naturally have a stigma on black people. It's not that they're racist, they literally been at war with them for centuries. Research it. We got a lot of issues that we're facing ourselves, and the inequalities just here in America. And it's not saying, is America a bad place? It all depends on how the term or how you're asking, is America bad? I think anywhere is bad to a certain extent. There is no perfect place that you can't go where there's somebody on some bullshit. I don't care where you go, in the rich neighborhood, in the poor neighborhood, in a third world country, in another country, in a foreign land. If there is anybody in Antarctica, I guarantee you there's somebody bad there. There's nobody. There's no. So what am I saying? I will take the lesser of the two evils, or the great. It's two evils. I'll take the lesser evil. What I'm saying is the things that I have here in America. The benefits that I have, and the opportunities that I have here in America. I don't think me as a African American, I would have those same opportunities anywhere else. I believe that there are very few countries that will accept African American. Really, uh, my personal opinion. Like, I think we could possibly go to like countries that aren't really in conflict. you know, I'm not even going to name it because I got a feeling if I start speaking on them, then people will start flocking, and I'm not even going to admit. But there are some countries that do accept blacks, but for the most part, it's not many. It's when you look at the major countries, or you got these people like, oh, come here, come, like, for what? What is the real reason you want us to come there? Are you really accepting us for who we are? Do you really see the potential that's in the black man? Or is it an agenda? It's like, we got some good genes. We can our our population is getting a little too diluted, and we need to darken it up a little bit. So let's kind of intermingle with the blacks. And what I'm saying is the truth. It's researchable. It's Googleable. You can Google it. But getting back to the subject, we're not just gonna jump in front of nobody no more like we've been doing. We're just not gonna do it. We're strategic now. We've been our grandfathers and grandmothers and taught us a lot, on how to survive this racial inequality. That's the thing about us. We've learned to survive it, because if we was all about rebellion and conquering, we would not be here today. They would have wiped us off. We found a way to survive it. That's what it is. We found a way to survive racial inequality. And now that we've found it and said, okay, this is what we can do to deal with this situation until the right time comes, we just gonna fall back for a minute, because right now is not the right time. Right now is not the right time. When is the right time? Ask the Lord. Only the Lord knows the right time. But for those that don't believe in the Lord, you will never know. I can't give you that time. But right now is not that time. We how's it the right time, and we still, us black folks, we still trying to iron our shit out. We got our own shit to iron. We got our own culture to deal with. Don't you see us as little motherfuckers running around acting wild as a motherfucker? And we got to handle that shit first. We got to fix that before we can go try to help somebody, some other culture. We got to fix our own shit. We fucked up right now, straight up. We good though, but we fucked up right now to be trying to lead a revolution right now. We fucked up. We ain't ready yet, and we know that. We know we not ready, and so it's not a point to to do what you're doing now is like a mock or mini revolution, and it's not going to solve nothing, because at the end of the day, the Americas are under a specific system, and if you don't like the system, leave. That's one thing that our mothers used to tell us, black children. If you don't like what's going on in this household, you don't have to abide by the rules. You could just leave. My mama told me that. I'm pretty sure if any other people that live here in America can say the same thing. Hey, look, I ain't saying you got to do what I'm telling you to do in this household, but if you don't want to do it, you're more than welcome to leave. Just respectfully. Don't have to get loud. Don't have to get mad and angry. That's not gonna get us nowhere. Getting mad and angry and all emotional. We've been through all of that already. We 300 years of it and still going through it. All that emotional shit ain't gonna solve nothing. Just, you're too emotional. You ain't all them people screaming and hollering at the police for what? In the black community, we don't scream and holler like that. Like, I'm talking about when it get down seriously. I ain't talking about these domestic disputes, these Negroes acting stupid and shit. No, I'm talking about if it really came down to it, One thing about a black person, when they really ready to fight, they shut the fuck up. There ain't nothing else to say. At this point, we didn't already cross the line. Ain't nothing else to say. We shut the fuck up when it's time to go down. It's no time to talk and holler and scream. We did that already. We did that 300 for the last 300 years. We had the time of silence. We had the time of shutting the fuck up. Because when that time do happen, we gonna be ready, and you're gonna see our glory when we stand up. See, when we get on that front line, we're gonna get on that front line because we want to be on that front line, not because somebody asked us to be on that front line. We're gonna be on that front line because of us, because that's what's going on here right now. This is our land. This is American land. This is land belongs to America. And I wouldn't care if you were African, Jamaican, Jew, European, Asian, Ukrainian, Russian, Croatian, Persian. I wouldn't care if you're here illegally. To American standards, you are wrong. And you can't get mad at me because I don't want to defend what's wrong. Or not even what's wrong, what's illegal, because that's the thing. It's illegal. It is no right and wrong in this situation. It's what's legal and what's not. We got our own damn problems. We just trying to jump. It wouldn't matter who it was. It's my interpretation of the situation. It's my interpretation of the situation. Um, I'm not like angry. That's what they expect. They expect us to be like, oh, them Negro, all they do is get mad, and what's black fatigue? Only to them niggas, not to no American. Ain't no black fatigue in America. To them niggas, fatigue for what? We used to this. We used to the racial inequalities and the prejudice and racism, and I don't even believe in racism, but for the benefit of my family and other blacks that ain't to where I'm at now, yeah, we've been experiencing racism, and we know how to handle it now. And now that we know how to handle it, it's like, oh shit, the blacks are waking up, and we got to get them riled up again. So we gonna, oh yeah, we riled up. We riled up to watch y'all get riled up. We want to sit back and watch some racial inequality. You know what I'm saying? That might be what wake us up, because what we like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? The Latin community then rolled up in here and represented. I'm not talking about evading. I'm talking about they came up in here and represented as Americans. They standing beside us, not us standing beside them. We were already here, Latin people. You know it. We were already here. So if anything, y'all need to be standing with us. And if we say fall back respectfully, it's not the time. If y'all decide y'all want to go on and go, shit. Hey, this is black folks. Hey, they down. Let's see how they handle that tear gas. Let's see how they handle getting shot and getting ran over. Shit. I know what my uncle went through, what my grandfather went through. I know about the hands and the tarring and feathers. Man, they did some evil shit to us. When they did some outlandish shit, out of anger, splitting us in half, cutting us in half, boiling us, all kind of shit, dragging us behind trucks until we wasn't nothing. Man, tell you what, y'all go ahead and protest. See how far it go. See how far it go. The more you push, the more the system push back. It's not the white man. There's some white people on our side, Europeans. They're European Americans. They side with us. Are they gonna openly, publicly? Some that are bold, they do. Some don't. But I don't say that the white man that is helping me in the background, him right here, I'm not gonna call him weak because